Join me as I dive into the forgotten stories of ancient Roman women and see if I can uncover their hidden lives and legacies. Ancient Rome, a civilization that's given us so much, from architecture to governance, and even our modern calendar. But despite their significant contributions, there's one group that's often overlooked: the women. Their stories, achievements, and experiences are frequently relegated to the footnotes of history books, but today we're going to change that. Today we're going to explore the fascinating and often surprising lives of ancient Roman women. When it comes to ancient Rome, most of us have a pretty standard image in our minds: grandeur, power, and a rigid social hierarchy. But what about the women? We typically think of them as submissive, obedient, and meek, sitting quietly in the background while the men made all the decisions. But is that really accurate? And what about the women who didn't fit into that mold? The ones who defied convention, took risks, and made their mark on history. We'll get to them later, but first, let's tackle some common misconceptions about ancient Roman women. For starters, the idea that ancient Roman women were meek and submissive is simply not true. Of course, there were social expectations and restrictions, but many women found ways to work within those boundaries or even challenge them. Women from wealthy families, for example, had significant control over their own lives and households, often managing vast estates and making important financial decisions. And then there were the women who worked outside the home, like the tavern owners, midwives, and priestesses, who played vital roles in daily life. Another misconception is that ancient Roman women were only valued for their beauty and domestic skills. While it's true that physical appearance was important, especially for women from wealthy families, many women were also highly educated and valued for their intellectual pursuits. Some, like the Stoic philosopher Martial, wrote extensively on philosophy, ethics, and even politics. And let's not forget the women who made significant contributions to the arts, like the poet Sulpicia, who wrote sensual and provocative verses that still shock us today. It's also important to recognize that not all ancient Roman women lived the same lives. The experiences of a wealthy matron like Livia Drusilla were vastly different from those of an enslaved woman like Phaedra. While Livia wielded significant power behind the scenes, Phaedra would have been forced to toil in the fields or serve in the household, her life dictated by her slave status. Despite these differences, there were women who transcended their social status and made a real impact on Roman society. Take, for example, the Vestal Virgin, Cornelia, who bravely spoke out against the corruption of the Roman state and was subsequently exiled to an island. Her story may not be as well known as some of her male contemporaries, but it's a powerful reminder that even in ancient Rome, women could be fearless, outspoken, and influential. One woman who truly encapsulates the agency and strength of ancient Roman women is Agrippina the Younger. As the wife of Emperor Claudius and the mother of Nero, Agrippina was a master politician who played the system to her advantage. She manipulated her way into the imperial family, using her intelligence, beauty, and cunning to secure power and influence. Love her or hate her, Agrippina is a testament to the fact that women in ancient Rome were not just passive bystanders. They were active participants in shaping their own destinies and the destiny of Rome itself. In conclusion, the stories of ancient Roman women are far more complex, diverse, and fascinating than we often give them credit for. By recognizing their contributions, achievements, and experiences, we can gain a deeper understanding of Roman society as a whole and challenge our own assumptions about the role of women in history. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the forgotten stories of ancient Roman women. What surprised you most about the lives and legacies of these incredible women? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're curious about more historical figures who changed the world, be sure to check out my next video.